She is an adjunct senior lecturer at Curtin University, Edith Cowan University and the University of Western Australia. Dr. Atienza-Hipolito has a passion in mentoring radiology trainees and workers and medical students. She is a published co-author for award-winning books and has received prestigious awards, including the 2023 Filipino Australian of the Year, highlighting her impact on healthcare and the local community. Please welcome Dr. Vanessa. Thank you. Yeah, mouse is just.
Oh, the mouse is not working.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you very much. All right, good morning, and thank you for being here. Just wanted to check who are in the audience and who are, where are you training from, who are the trainees, hands up, who are the trainees here, yeah. And who are just recently fellowed last night, anyone here, or still sleeping, or any others, or consultants, who are consultants here, yeah, thank you. The reason why I'm asking is because we are from different backgrounds, from different states, from different, countries. We all face the same tides, right? And we navigate the exams, burnout, fatigue, and fellowship exams, right? And so we have different paths, but we have the same tides. So my journey began, you can see my age now, back in the Philippines, where I'm feeling, lost. Is this it? Is this what I'm gonna do? And I feel at that time I feel unprepared. This was my first year of medicine, and I'm feeling lost but excited that yes, I got into medicine and I'm gonna do great things. But it wasn't like that. The journey of medicine is different from radiology. So I fast forward from 2005, I arrived here in Australia with only 30 kilograms of luggage. Coming from the Philippines, I did not have any money. I borrowed money from my sister for visa, for IELTS, English exam fees, flights, etc., etc. Even though I'm already finished my radiology training back in the Philippines. I feel that as a practicing radiologist in the Philippines, it's not financially rewarding. So I need to think big. What do I want in my life? Is this what I want doing? Is this where I want to do my career for the rest of my life? So I applied all over the world actually. I sent hundreds of my CVs in Australia, in America, because the majority of doctors in the Philippines are going to America and working or applying for as a nursing job. So I said, okay, I have big dreams. I need to get out of here. I need to have a change. So I arrived in 2005. In January, I met someone in March 2005. We got engaged in June and we got married in November, all in the same year. So actually next month or in 2 weeks time, we'll be celebrating our 20 years anniversary. But so I arrived here in Perth. I was doing a 1-year intervention in radiology fellowship exam, but because I got married, I have to stay and said to myself, oh no, I need to sit the exam. I need to do exam, apply for the RANZCR assessment, apply for the interview, sit the exam, and let's see how we go. But after 1 year of my intervention of radiology fellowship, I could not find a job. I could not find an upskilling training program because there's none. But eventually I got offered a training position at Charlie's, and then I did pediatric advanced training position in pediatric, breast imaging, and MSK. And then I sat the exam. The first attempt I failed. The second attempt I had to sit 2 or 3 components or 4, I cannot remember. The third attempt, I failed again. I have 2 more to sit, and that was at the time my last attempt, and the fourth should be, I should pass it or else I'm done. I need to retrain, upskill again. So it was 2011, January. 8 months pregnant with my second. The exam was in March, and I was 9 months pregnant, too scared to sit the exam, too scared to, oh no, I might give birth, please no, I need to finish this. It was scary. But, oh, sorry. But fast forward, March 2011 I passed, also had my second baby, and in October 2011, fast forward here, also at the Melbourne Convention Centre, from failure to being a speaker now, from failure to getting that on my 4th attempt, from failure to receiving my fellow title. It felt so good. And it feels like a full circle moment being here, right? So I thought that was it. I thought I'm done with the struggles, I'm done with the setbacks. I'm now a consultant, yay! Now I need to find a job. Can't find a job because I'm an IMG. I am in a 10-year moratorium, right? I have to apply work elsewhere. If not in public hospital, which doesn't have any opening, I have to apply remotely. So luckily I got into work for Apex Radiology, which is under IDX. And I thought my life is calm now, but it wasn't, because I just had a baby. That was my second. I got a job 2 hours away from Perth. I had to drive 2 hours to Bunbury for my work, new work as a first-time consultant radiologist in Australia. But I accepted it. I said, I need to do this because I work hard for this. It took me 10 years to become a radiologist here in Australia, so I have to work as a radiologist, right? Anyway, so I just want to share my ocean journey, because our life is like an ocean. Sometimes it's calm, sometimes it's swelly, sometimes it's wavy, and sometimes it's stormy. But the goal of my talk today is, what do we do? How do we prepare ourselves during the swell, during the waves, during the storm of life? Because it will happen whether you're a trainee, a fellow, a consultant, or as a mom, as a business owner, or just in a community. We have different ocean journeys, right? So, who's in the calm at the moment? Anyone? That's okay. But even me, who's already a consultant radiologist and business owner, I still experience calmness, waves, and storms every day in my life. But what I want to share is what do we do? Coming from the Philippines, we were not taught how to swim, although the Philippines is composed of 1,700 islands and we're surrounded by the ocean. Swimming is not part of our life. Do you believe that? But here, my kids have been doing swimming lessons since they were 6 months old. And but after I had my second, I said, hang on, they've been swimming already. They're better than me. I need to learn how to swim. So I did swimming lessons. And when I was doing swimming lessons, a colleague, a sonographer actually, challenged me. Vanessa, you can run, right? You've been running marathons. And you know how to cycle. And you're doing swimming lessons. Maybe you'd like to do triathlon. Let's do women's triathlon. I said, okay, that sounds fun. Let's do it. How long is the swim? How long is the bike? And how long is the run? It's 250 meters swim in the ocean and 20 kilometer bike ride and 5K run. I'm sure you can do that. Oh yeah, maybe I can do that. Let's do it. So we signed up in January, and then by March was the women's triathlon. And when we were training in January and February, I said we met for our first swim training. And first 5 meters, oh no, I don't know how to swim. These Aussies, they're swimming fast. They're very good. I couldn't even go 5-10 meters, and I feel panicked. I don't even know how to go to the 50-meter end of the pool. That's crazy. How am I gonna do this triathlon? So I invested on a one-on-one swim training session, and by the time we did the women's triathlon, I did the open water swim. Oh God, I was dying. I don't know how to swim in the ocean. And instead of me doing the front row, I just went like that and was swimming like that. Survival swim, if you like, for 250 meters. And when it was around 200 meters or half of 200 meters, the paddlers was next to me already. 2 paddlers actually. Would you like to rest or take you back to the beach now and stop? No, I am here for the bling. I will finish this. I will finish this backstroke, or it's not even backstroke, survival stroke. And I did. And I said, oh wow, I can do this. And I did the bike. I was the last woman out of the water, last person out of the water, but I was able to overtake a few women in the bike, and I overtook some women on the run. So I said, when I got my bling, oh my goodness, I can do this, let's do more. And fast forward to now, after having swim coaches, swim buddies, and just swimming, consistently swimming, and having a mindset of I will overcome my weakness and investing on my weakness. Fast forward now, I've done triathlons, many triathlons, half Ironman, open water swim, endurance swims, and the last one was in February, Boston jetty swim around the jetty, 3.6 kilometer open water swim. So I've done that. I'm not here to impress you. I'm just here to tell you that radiology life is like an ocean. actually swimming has gifted me something. Gifted me something that I hope I knew during medicine. I hope I knew during my radiology training. So this was last year after my swim, and I was with my friend, swim buddy, and I was actually dying for the first 100 meters of that because we trained, we worked hard for that, we prepared ourselves, but I thought I'm not going to finish it. But I was lucky I was with her because she said, Vanessa, I'm here for you. I'm not aiming for time. I'm here to swim with you. I'm here to finish it with you. So just follow my lead and you will finish it. So every 100 meters, every 500 meters, I stop. I keep saying to myself, you should give up. But no, she's there. I can see her. I can see her. She will guide me and I'll follow her. And we did, and it was the best day of my life. So what I've learned from my ocean journey is this self-leadership framework that I'd like to share with you. What is it about? S is for self-talk, A for appreciation, G for gratitude, E for energy. These are my self-leadership tools. The tools I put in my back pocket when life is hard, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I'm feeling lost. So let's unpack this, right? So self-talk, like my ocean journey, if I talk to myself negatively, I don't think I would even do any swim. I don't think I will do any Ironman or half Ironman or even triathlon. I would not even invest in myself. I would just say, I don't swim, that's it, done. I'm finished. But we do a lot of negative self-talk, right? So let's just go to this. We think around 60,000 thoughts a day, and 80% are negative, and 95%, we repeat that all the time, right? Like a broken record. So self-talk is like the goggles. The self-talk reframes our inner dialogue and changes our focus and our flow. Repetition rewires our repetition rewires our resilience. It's like neuroplasticity, which reminds us repetition rewires resilience. And just like radiology, what we focus on, we see more of. Appreciation and gratitude. Gratitude keeps us buoyant. It's like the buoy. I don't know whether you are swimmers, any swimmers in the house. Anyone knows what's a buoy? Buoy is what you put, when we're doing swim training practice, we put it in between our thighs and it keeps us afloat. So we don't need to kick our legs. We don't need to feel tired when we kick our legs because we don't need to. We just keep buoyant there and we just do the swim. It's just keeping us, training us for the front crawl swim training. So I use that when I'm training, and a lot of swimmers are using that to keep us buoyant and to help us with our technique, our front crawl technique. And I think of this as it gives us the grit to strengthen our stroke. Even in chaos, there's something to be grateful for. Even in uncertainty, we can grow stronger. The paddle is, anyone knows the paddles? The paddle's the one at the bottom. You put it in your hands. You put it like that. Then, can you imagine it? So that is to strengthen your pull when you're pulling the water. Because I'm a slow swimmer actually, even though I've been swimming for almost 10 years now. I tend to used to compare myself with the other 40 to 50 age group swimmers. They're so fast, and I used to keep beating myself for being slow, and it's ruining my joy of swimming. So I said I need to probably improve on my stroke and be fast like them, which is no way, because it will take me another 4 years to be like them. So I stopped comparing myself. But that's what we use to strengthen the stroke. So what do we do when life is hard? Do we appreciate things? Do we write on our journals something that we appreciate or grateful for? So this appreciation, gratitude, it keeps me grounded when life is hard. It just it's like when I write on my journal, it's like a page on page, right? When some, I will also experience bullying, discrimination, and humiliation throughout my career. So I use the journal and write a lot about what I appreciate in life, what I am grateful for. So E for energy, it protects, recharge, and mediate joy. This photo was taken right after my open water swim training, and it was cold, I was exhausted, but it feels exhilarating. I feel refreshed. I feel completely alive. It's hard to get up in the morning and swim, but I still showed up. I still showed up for this because I know after a swim, I feel joy, I feel happy. Happy hormones, right? So I use the swim cup for analogy. A swim cup protects your energy. It fuels your clarity and compassion. And you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So I choose rest, I choose joy, I choose my people, my swim buddies, my mentors, my coaches. Like in radiology, we choose, I'm so grateful for the consultants who make time for me, for tutorials, for OSCE exams, right? So I'm so grateful for that. Shout out to Dr. Emmy, one of the greatest, advocates for our trainees. So I don't think I would pass Obs and Gynae without her, right? So I'm grateful, thank you. And thank you for being here. So the swim aids, every swim aid in the SAGE toolkit reminds us, don't just survive the waves, but thrive in them. Stroke by stroke to thriving. Each aid reminds us that thriving is not about the absence of waves. It's about learning how to move through them with purpose. Consistency creates calm, faith creates flow. So my key takeaway number 1, reframe your survival tools as growth tools, okay? Real-world radiologist doesn't just read images, they reflect light. The real finish line isn't success. It's not success, it's not exams, it's actually joy. Now imagine packing your swim bag with real-world radiology practice. Combine the swim aids, self-talk, appreciation, gratitude, energy, your toolkit for thriving. This is your SAGE toolkit. Your mindset is your swim bag. I'll repeat it again. Your mindset is your swim bag. When you walk into work, bring this invincible swim bag with you. It's not just your reporting list, the procedure list that matters, but that mindset you carry. Because the real joy is the finish line. Because the real finish line is joy. Because joy means alignment. When your purpose, your values, your energy are in flow, that's what makes a real world radiologist, one who thrives not just in practice, but in life. So remember, don't survive the waves, thrive in them. So my invitation to you, find your next wave and choose to swim with joy. So my call to action to you today, just take one lesson from today, please, and apply it to your next challenge. So just want to give you access to feel free to scan this, to this talk, to the self-leadership framework tool. And this is my gift to you. I have two gifts. This is my first gift. This for you, for reflection. Maybe you can use it when life is hard, when training is hard, or just feeling down. And my second gift is a chapter I wrote in The Women Leading the Way. This SAGE framework is actually from the chapter I wrote in this anthology book. Feel free to download, and that's my gift to you.